So friends, good morning. Let's start. Today our topic is supernova and life after supernova and the life cycle of stars and what are astronomers and what do you mean by it and the X-ray observatory. So what is supernova? Sometimes the stars, very small stars, does not always collapse. They can they run out of energy after very large amount of time, but the large stars, like you can take red giants are very large that they can end their lives in very large explosion called supernova. What do you mean by a life after supernova? See, this is the life cycle of a star. It is born in a nebula, then it has become a protostar. After becoming a protostar, two things can happen. It can become a small, medium-sized star, like red giant, white giant, like that, or it can become a large star. After becoming a small, medium-sized, it can become a red giant. But here, after becoming a large star, it can become a red supergiant. Don't be confused. After becoming a small medium size, it will become a red giant. And after becoming a large star, it will become a red supergiant. And after becoming a red giant, it will become a planetary nebula. Okay, and after becoming a planetary nebula, it will become a white dwarf, and after becoming a white dwarf, it will become a black dwarf. Here, if it becomes a small medium sized star, then it will end its life after becoming a black dwarf. It will not explode after that. It will just remain like it is. And red supergiant, after becoming a red supergiant, it will explode. That is known as supernova explosion. And two things can happen. It can become a black hole. It can become a neutron star. Many people ask that what is a neutron star. After explosion, it becomes a very tiny star that is known as a neutron star. Okay, now who are astronomers? Astronomers are those who study about stars and planets. Our closest star is Sun. It is a yellow dwarf. Here also it is written, and it is about 5 billion meters away from us. Okay. The sun's future is that after some time, when it will run out of its gases, it will use all its hydrogen and it will explode itself, and it will become a red giant that will fill up the entire earth sky, and the all life on earth will end. But that is not likely to happen up for another 5 billion years. So, for studying a star's life, it will take a lot of time. So, they study the life cycle of stars by the help of some telescope known as Chandra X-ray Observatory, or you can say uh, Hubble space telescopes. What do you mean by Chandra Observatory? Chandra Observatory can sense hot objects like stars that give off X-rays. Okay, and it can take special pictures of X-rays from different objects in space so that scientists can understand better what they look like. Okay, friends. And what are exoplanets? The planets that are uh, many planets have many planets have rings. The when they you have used all their hydrogen and helium, all gases and dust they had, they will explode, and that rings will combine to make planets, satellites. There are totally 330 known exoplanets, and and mm, and and satellites in the universe. What are explored? The stars, the very tiny planets which are till now not discovered, and they revolve around their parent star known as exoplanets. Okay, now we have completed down the our whole part of the stars. So now we need to know about the important words that we require, that we have already done, but we should know. Okay, black hole, a collapsed star with such strong gravity that light does not escape it. Dwarf stars are that are similar in size to our sun. Explains any planets traveling around stars that are not our sun. Galaxy system containing millions of or billions of stars, giants, stars that are 10 of times larger than our sun. Gravity, of force that pulls two objects together. Nebula, giant clouds of gas and dust in space. Neutron star, a very compact star that can remain after a supernova explosion. Nuclear fusion, a special kind of reaction that makes stars give off light. Protostar, a ball of gas and dust in space that becomes a star after its core begins nuclear fusion. Star cluster, groups of hundreds or thousands of stars bound together by gravity. Supergiant stars that are hundreds of times larger than our sun. Supernova, powerful explosion that happens when very large stars die. Okay, so this is all our topics. So okay friends, bye. And my name is Shivam.